Hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm
Hello.
Teacher Oakley. Hi, Heidi.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Welcome, everyone. Come join me here at Verbling, and we're going to learn some vocabulary to talk about the weather. We're going to do this by doing a number of different types of exercises and through a little discussion in class. Okay. Also, I'd like to welcome Max. Hello, Max.
Hello,
Again.
hello. Hello
Hello,
again.
hello.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, Max is here, fulfilling his promises from the last class. Okay. Hello, Tanya.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Great. Thanks for asking.
Super. Glad to hear it. And German is with us. Hello, German.
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's look at some practical vocabulary to talk about the weather. Well, let me first just kind of set it up by talking about weather in a more general way. First of all, the word climate. We often use climate to talk about the general weather in a general area of the world. Okay, not specific, but much more general. Okay, so we can talk about all right, some place having an Arctic climate or a tropical climate. First of all, the big sections of the world, starting from the most north or the most south, is Arctic, and then you may have the tundra area, but we say Arctic climate. Temperate climate is where, like the United States, most of Europe, China, Japan, are in a temperate climate, and tropical climate, for example, the Caribbean, most of Mexico, the Philippines, where I live, are tropical climates. Also, especially in tropical climates, we talk about seasons. In tropical climates, we have mostly dry seasons and rainy seasons, sometimes wet seasons. Of course, in temperate climates, you have 4 seasons. I think you probably already know this: spring, summer, autumn, winter. Americans sometimes say fall instead of autumn, but other than that, that's pretty basic information, which I think you probably all know. So let's get to some more specific vocabulary to talk about weather. I'm going to do a screen share. We're going to do some exercises together. Okay. All right, Heidi, what we're going to do is match the sentences on the left with the related sentences on the right. So which sentence A, B, C, D, E, F, G probably most relates closely to this sentence?
Okay. It was sunny and very hot. We had a bit of a heat wave. No.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sunny, very hot. We had a bit of a heat wave. Okay. Heat wave, obviously, when you have many days, 3, 4, 5 days of very hot weather in a row, is we call that a heat wave. Heidi, do you know what it's called when we have the opposite, when it's very cold?
Yeah, this year we had the cold wave attacked Japan many times.
Attacked. Okay. Yeah, really. Okay. A cold wave. Yes, we can say cold wave, but we often say, at least Americans, very frequently say a cold snap. Right? We've had a cold snap. It's almost idiomatic, but basically opposite meaning of a heat wave, a cold snap. Again, a series of days of very cold weather. Okay, Max, how about number 2 here?
We had a lot of rain. I think H. It was very wet.
It's very wet. Well, okay, a lot of rain. It was very wet. Rain by itself is kind of non-specific. It just simply means water falling from the sky. So we don't know the intensity of it, but a lot of rain means a good quantity. So yeah, all right. It was very wet, right? People commonly say, oh, it was a very wet spring. We commonly use this to talk about seasons. It was a very wet summer, whatever, something like that. That's very common. Okay. Okay. Tanya.
Okay, it snowed on and off. There were a few wintry showers.
Okay. We do use showers for both rain and snow. A rain shower, a snow shower. Tanya, basically, what does that mean? What would a shower be like?
A shower, it means very heavy. No, not very heavy. It means a lot of.
Well, not really heavy, like a lot in a small time, but very steady. Showers are sort of a medium snow or rain, but quite steady. All right, would be kind of what a shower is. German, number 4.
It was very windy. There was quiet a bit. No, it was quite misty.
No, I think you had it right the first time.
Okay, there was quite a breeze.
Quite a breeze. No, not
Breeze.
breezy.
Breeze.
There is a word breezy. It's very breezy. This is the adjective. Very breezy today.
Okay.
Okay. And German, all right. Okay. What is the difference? A breeze. Another word that we use is a gust, or we can say it's gusty again. What's the difference between a breeze and a gust? Again, we're talking about wind. So if it's breezy or if it's gusty, what's the difference?
Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well, a breeze is kind of like a shower. It's very steady. We often talk about an ocean breeze. If you go near the ocean, if you spend any time near the ocean, you know there's a pretty steady wind from the ocean. That's normal. Ocean breeze is very common collocation. Whereas gusty means okay, there's a big puff of wind and then nothing, and then a big puff of wind and then nothing.
A lot.
Well, on and off, on and off. Breeze is like you turn on the light switch and it's steady. The light stays on. Gusty is like you're switching the light switch on and off, on and off, on and off. Okay?
Okay.
So there's wind and then not wind. German, if I could ask you, I don't know, you're creaking your chair back and forth. It's a little bit loud, if you wouldn't mind. Well, thank you. You've already done it. Thanks for muting. Get a less creaky chair, Jermaine. Just kidding. You're allowed any furniture you want. No problem. I'm joking with you. Moam, hello.
Hello, Oakley. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you very much. Sorry I didn't say hi to you. You were chatting in the last class in the chat box. You said hello. I apologize. I didn't see it because I had a screen share going and I wasn't paying attention. My
Yeah, no,
bad.
it's okay. I was just checking out what's the material that you are giving. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's simple. It was a bit simple, so I just keep it. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. No problem. Okay. Number 5. What does it match up with in the right-hand column?
It was dull and cloudy. I don't know. Think dull and cloudy. It should be quite misty.
Not really.
And just a second. Cloudy breeze. A few wintry showers.
No, that's.
There were few wintry showers.
Well, it could be if it's cloudy, then you could have rain or snow.
Yes,
but
it was very overcast.
That did. Okay. We often use collocation heavy clouds. Oh, there's heavy clouds. It's gray. It's a gray day. Is a common way to express. Another common way to express that it is overcast. Overcast means there's no blue sky, really. Oh, it's a gray day. It's overcast and kind of cool. Interesting. I live in the Philippines. They don't really believe me, but some of you will believe me. Max will believe me. He'll understand. When I tell my wife, she hasn't been to the United States yet, but anyway, when I explain to her in the cold weather, in the winter, when it's clear, that means there's no clouds. That's the opposite of overcast. In the winter, when it's clear, that means it's going to be very cold. But when it's overcast, it tends to be a lot warmer in the winter. She doesn't believe me because it's exactly the opposite in a tropical climate. When it's overcast, it's much cooler. And when there's no clouds, of course, the heat just beats down. So the opposite of overcast would be clear. Clear skies. Okay, back to the beginning here. Heidi, number 6.
6. We had some light rain. Drizzle. There was a bit of drizzle.
Okay, very good. A drizzle. Heidi, we also use the word sprinkle. It's sprinkling outside. What's the difference between sprinkle and a drizzle?
Sprinkle is a little stronger than drizzle, I think.
Well, actually, no. A sprinkle is very intermittent, very tiny raindrops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a little bit, tiny raindrops. But a drizzle is when you have those big plop, plop, plop. There's not much rain, but it's coming down in big drops, like plop, plop, plop. I don't know which would actually accumulate more rain, little tiny particles or more separated, more widely, big fat raindrops, blop, blop, blop. I don't know.
Drizzle means that depends on the person, and they need to the umbrella or not.
Yeah, good point. Right. That's a drizzle. You might or might not use an umbrella. A sprinkle, many people wouldn't bother with an umbrella because it's very light raindrops, the kind of tiny raindrops that evaporate off your skin, 2 minutes after you come in the house, like that. Right. Oh, okay. That's a good way to think about it. Let me quickly welcome Xingyu to the class. Hello, Xingyu. Hi, Xingyu.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. You sound like you're very far away. Move closer to
Oh,
your microphone.
teacher, can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
I'm sorry for being late.
No problem. Absolutely no problem at all. It's okay. I don't really care when people join my classes. I have very few classes where it actually makes a difference. If it does make a difference, I will write that into the class description. But you never see that, so I don't care. Join me whenever you can. Okay, next one. Tanya. Oh, sorry, Max. Sorry, Tanya. Max, you're next.
Okay, it was a bit foggy. I think it's C. It was quite misty.
Indeed,
I
you're
don't know.
correct.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
right. That's right.
Okay.
Again, yes.
Okay. Do you have some name for rain when this is small rain, light rain, and at this time when it's raining, it's lighting. No lighting. You can see sun.
Yes, we do. That's a very good question. Okay. Thank you
In
for
Russian,
asking me that.
yeah, mushrooms rain, we call it in Russia. I don't
Really?
know why. Yeah, some kind of.
Mushrooms rain. That's interesting.
Or
Okay,
maybe blind rain.
okay, that's very interesting. Okay, in English we would call that a sun shower. Oh, we had sun showers all afternoon. I saw 2 rainbows. Those are the days you see
Yeah.
rainbows, right? That's what you mean, right?
Yeah. It's more interesting sun showers than mushrooms rain.
I like mushrooms rain. That's cool. That's funny. I like that. Okay. Wow, I like that. I never heard that before. Thanks for sharing that. All right.
But I'm sorry, but I'm from Russia, but in my region we call the same blind rain.
Blind rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've never heard this. That's very interesting.
Okay. Yeah, probably if you ask an Australian or a Brit, they've probably never heard of sun showers either. It's interesting. Actually, because I grew up in the north part of America, I know for a fact that we have different words for types of snowstorms that they'd never heard of in the southern part of United States. Because I've lived in the north and I've lived in the far south. They don't know what I'm talking about half the time when I'm talking about different types of snow. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, foggy. Again, another word that we often collocate many of these weather words with heavy and light. Heavy light rain, heavy light snow, heavy light fog. Okay, this is very common to collocate heavy and light, the adjectives, with many of these weather words actually. Tanya, finally, number 8.
Okay. There was the most awful storm. We had thunder and lightning.
Yeah, we had thunder and lightning, or a thunderstorm. We often call it. Okay.
Teacher, I have a question.
Sure.
How do you pronounce the last word? Lightning.
Lightning. Lightning. 2 syllables. Lightning.
Lightning.
Yeah. Okay, you may hear, okay, all right. Interesting question. Lightning, supposed to be really 2 syllables. You will hear many people, even native speakers, pronounce it as if it was 3 syllables with a short vowel sound between the T and the N. Lightning. You will hear that. It's not really correct, but I know why you're asking me this question. I have heard it that way many times. It should be lightning. You don't need that extra vowel sound in between. Good question, though. Thank you. No problem. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. We're gonna look at Okay, we're going to look at another exercise here where we're going to see what we're going to look at collocations with adjectives talking about the weather to talk about good and bad weather. Okay, Germain. Okay, what adjectives would we use with what blank weather? It hasn't stopped raining all day. Yes, meaning it's bad weather. So what are
Miserable,
miserable weather?
horrible,
Horrible weather.
terrible,
Terrible weather. Okay. One more.
foul,
Very good. Foul weather. Foul weather is very common. This is one you may or may not be familiar with. Okay. There's lots of expressions and sayings using foul weather in them. Actually, a friend in fair and foul weather, for example. Okay, a friend in good times and bad times. Okay, the weather is really foul.
Is this a proverb?
Yeah.
Could you write in chat?
Well, actually, there's two proverbs. A fair weather friend is a friend who's only a friend when you're healthy and you have a lot of money, and so the sort of sister expression proverb to that, a friend in fair and foul weather. A friend who's going to stick with you in good times and bad. Okay, right. Okay, Moam. So that leaves what for lovely weather? Let's go down to the beach.
Okay, what a fabulous weather. What a lovely weather. What a glorious weather. What a beautiful weather. Let's go down to the beach.
All right. What lovely. Don't add an extra vowel sound. Not what a lovely weather. We're never going to use a with weather. Weather, by the way, the word itself is uncountable. There's no such thing as two weathers. We had two weathers on our vacation. You can't say that. You would have to say we had two kinds of weather, or we had two types of weather on our vacation. It was either hot and miserable or wet and miserable. Okay. So
I hear like in British English, I hear like they add something between what and like glorious. What a glorious! I don't know. It might be not an A, just like but something. What a glorious! There's something. I feel like there's something usually.
I don't know. A very common expression. What a glorious day, which we often say when it's nice weather. What a glorious day.
Oh,
fabulous.
okay. Yeah.
That could be. That's very, very common. Actually, that's probably a lot more common than actually using weather in the sentence. What a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Yes, it's a glorious day. Let's go to the beach. That's actually very common. Okay, a couple points here at the end.
I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem.
But when we say about the weather, we can say what lovely weather without article a. Yeah.
That's right. You can't use a because weather's uncountable. Actually, what lovely weather. That's correct. Okay. Some of these points down here I want to just briefly mention. A breeze is a fairly strong wind. Germain and I talked about that. And a gust is an inconsistent on-off again wind. But a gale, G-A-L-E, a gale is a breeze is a nice breeze. You can fly a kite. A gale, you don't want to be out flying a kite. You want to be building a some kind of a protection. You want to be in your house. A gale means there's sticks and things flying through the air. This is not healthy. Usually a gale accompanies a storm. It's as opposed to a breeze, it's much stronger. And a gale could or could not be kind of gusty. If you guys have ever experienced a hurricane or a typhoon, the wind isn't perfectly consistent. It gusts stronger and weaker, stronger and weaker. It's continuous, but it's kind of gusty. Actually, typhoons and hurricanes are kind of weird the way the weather, the way the wind goes. Depends on where you are, but it can go in one direction mostly, but then can turn around and go the opposite direction. The wind gets confused, but it's very strong. Okay. Fog is generally, okay, I was going to mention this, I forgot. Fog is generally thicker than mist. It's often misty in the mornings or in the mountains. You see a morning mist. In fact, it's a common collocation. A thick fog may be in a harbor, in a city where there's, San Francisco is famous for its fog. London fog, of course, is famous. Cities that are near the water, this is common. I disagree with this. Drizzle is very fine rain. I call this a shower. Oh, cool. Hey, look at that. I just sold a customer. Oh, great. Thanks, Jamie. Come join us. We'll be seeing you soon. Awesome. I disagree with this. Maybe Brits think a drizzle is a very fine rain, but I don't agree. I think a drizzle is that big raindrop when the rain comes down like that, inconsistently in big drops. That's what I call a drizzle. Kind of a misty fine rain, I call that a shower. Yeah, maybe Americans and British have different concepts of what these things are. If it's overcast, it's very dull. Okay, yeah. Winter showers is used on weather forecasts to mean a little snow. Not necessarily. If the shower continues for 3 days, that's going to be a lot of snow. It's not very fast. It accumulates slowly, but usually showers kind of mean long. And we already talked about a rainbow. Okay, let's look at a couple different. Well, let's look at these. Match each group of adjectives with one of the nouns on the right. So, again, more collocations. What noun would all these adjectives actually match up with? Zinio. Taking it over to you. Zinio? Light, a steady, a heavy, a torrential. Which word here would these match up with?
Rain.
Rain. All of them would match up with rain. Okay. For example,
Teacher,
torrential. Yes.
I have a question.
Sure. Go ahead.
What is a torrential?
Okay. What I was about to say. Torrential. This is an adjective which is basically only used to talk about weather. I've never heard this adjective used about anything else. Maybe no, just weather. Torrential rain, torrential storm. It could be used with storm. It means very, very heavy, a very severe damage is caused kind of storm. Very heavy, heavy rain. Tanya, what's that? Sorry?
Cats and dogs.
Raining cats and dogs. Yeah. I think later in the lesson it actually mentions raining cats and dogs. In point of fact, yeah, native speakers use that expression, but not really that much. We're more likely to say a torrential rain. God, it was a torrential rain, or it was raining buckets, or even much more commonly, it's pouring rain. It's pouring
Raining
rain.
buckets. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
How do you say raining buckets?
raining
Could you write
buckets.
this? Because in Russia the same we could. This is very heavy rain, just from the bucket. It's
Yeah,
pouring
okay.
just from the bucket.
Oh, okay, exactly. Same idea, obviously. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have the same thing. It's raining buckets or pouring is very common for raining very heavy. Okay, now some of these obviously can be used for different things. I've already mentioned that fog also goes with light and heavy. Torrential would go with storm. We even use heavy. We don't use light. Now this is a little weird one, but it's a heavy sky. What would that mean, Xingyu, if I said there's a heavy sky?
Heavy sky, it means there are a lot of winds in the sky.
No. No. Good guess, but no. It means that there's low clouds, very thick clouds. It's very gray and the clouds are low in the sky. So it's a heavy sky. That's the idea.
Can you repeat the idea?
Sorry?
Oh, can you repeat the idea of heavy sky?
Sure. There are very thick clouds which are very low in the sky. You know, when you see clouds in the sky, you can look at the clouds and you can say, "Oh, those clouds means it's definitely going to rain." Heavy sky means it's about to rain. You can tell. They're thick, they're dark, they're very low. It's very obvious it's about to rain. Those would be heavy. That would be a heavy sky. You can also say heavy clouds. Okay, next collocation, Heidi, back to you. Light or stiff?
Yes. Breeze.
Breeze, very good. It's an interesting one, a stiff breeze. Again, thinking about the ocean, there's often a stiff breeze at the ocean. Or if you go mountain climbing, the top of a mountain, there may be a stiff breeze. Okay, that's simple enough. Max, number 3, dense, thick, patchy.
Dense, thick, patchy. I don't know, maybe it's about ice
No.
or fog. Fog.
Fog.
Okay.
Dense or thick. Yeah, when a fog is so thick you can't see very far, it's fog. We also have patchy. What would patchy fog mean, Max?
I don't
What does
know.
that mean? If you've ever been in an area where it's clear where you are, but you can see like a cloud on the ground, and then there's another small cloud on the ground, and then another small cloud, and then suddenly a cloud approaches you. You can't see in front of you more than 5 meters, and then suddenly that cloud on the ground, that fog is gone, and you can see clear weather. You can see the sun. That's patchy fog. Patchy means in one spot, not another.
Okay.
Patchy, we can say, oh, my cell phone coverage is patchy. That means I get cell phone coverage in one area, but not another, and then I travel a half a kilometer, I get no coverage. All right, that's very common collocation to talk about actually reception for your cell phone. Your patchy coverage. It's not good. I got to change my cell phone carrier. Okay, next one, Tanya.
Okay, severe tropical breeze.
No.
Rain.
No, no, that wouldn't. Severe rain is possible.
Storm.
Storm, a tropical storm. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, very good. A severe
I've never
storm.
heard that in tropical there is a storm.
Oh yeah, we got storms here in the tropics, for sure. Big ones. Right, a severe storm, a tropical storm. Right. What most collocations of storm are going to be negative kind of words. I mentioned before, you could have torrential storm, tropical storm, severe storm. Of course, storms are. We don't really ever say a light storm. Doesn't really seem to make sense. If we mean it's not a very strong storm, then we just say, oh, we had a storm. We don't say a light storm. We would never use that. There really is no way to say that. Okay, next one, Germain. Number 5.
The only one. Sky.
The only one left. Okay. Clear sky. I mentioned that earlier. Blue sky. Gray sky. I think I mentioned all of these. Yeah.
Okay.
Cloudless
Clear sky.
Sure.
Blue sky. Gray sky. And clouds sky.
Yep. Or obviously cloudy sky. Okay. Yeah. Simple enough. I think we kind of talked about all those. Okay, Moham, number 6. All right.
A gust of wind, I guess.
A gust of wind has to be a gust of wind.
Gust of
Sounds
wind.
very funny to hear the other ones. I don't know. It almost seems humorous. Okay, that's very simple. Xingyu, a ray of.
Array of sunshine.
Of course. Xingyu, when you come to my class, you're a ray of sunshine.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I'm array of shine in your class because
that's right.
I am very humorous. I like
Uh,
to make jokes with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I was just trying to demonstrate, a ray of sunshine, we do use this to talk about people. This is very common, used as a kind of an idiom to talk about people, but I have to tell you, we often use it sarcastically in English. Somebody comes into your office complaining, I'm having a horrible day, everything's going wrong, we're going to fail today, we're going to lose the project, we're going to lose every customer we have. I might sarcastically say, well, aren't you a little ray of sunshine today? Often used to be sarcastic about someone who's being too pessimistic. Okay, Heidi.
A sheet of ice.
Sheet of ice. Okay. The road was a sheet of ice. The sidewalk was a sheet of ice. These are very common expressions, collocations. In Japan, does that happen? Do you ever have like the sidewalk just turn into a sheet of ice, or the road?
Yeah, I had only once.
Only once.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I'm from in northeastern America, this happens a lot. I mean, we spent the whole winter. Seems like the entire winter is everything is a sheet of ice.
This climate is quite good, but the northern part is always very cold. So they have
Right.
sheet of ice and heavy snow.
Okay. Here's another kind of collocation, which is actually, I can't say collocation, it's so strongly collocated, it's a compound noun. Black ice. Heidi, do you have any idea what black ice is
Black
talking
ice?
about? Very related to a sheet of ice.
I don't know.
Okay. Black ice.
When the ice melted, it became black.
Well, kind of. You're very close. Many roads in the United States, at least, are asphalt, so they are colored black.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
Tar, asphalt. They're color black. So what happens, of course, black, we know from science that black reflects the or rather black absorbs the heat, right, from the sun, so the road tends to melt the snow and ice on it. All right, so it turns to water, and then the sun goes down. What happens, of course, that water or moisture on top of the asphalt turns to ice or a sheet of ice. But it's called black ice because you can't see it. You just can't see it at all. It's completely invisible. It's a very thin coating, even coating of ice. It's extremely dangerous for drivers because you can't tell it's there. You don't really know. You could be driving and the road's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Suddenly you totally lose the ability to turn your car or brake at all because you've hit black ice. Many people get killed driving in the winter because of black ice. In fact, it's the usual culprit. They just don't know they're hitting ice until they try to turn or brake or something, and then too late.
So it's the same as a sheet of ice?
Well, it's close, but it's a sheet of ice you could have on a concrete sidewalk, or you could have in the dirt. I have a dirt driveway. It's very sheet of ice. Or I could have a sheet of ice on my front steps. A sheet of ice could be on any surface. Black ice is on asphalt, specifically where people drive. Okay, so it is a sheet of ice, but very specifically on asphalt. Yeah, you gotta watch that. Max, you live in a cold place. Do you have black ice there? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe the roads are constructed differently. I don't know, but it's not common, but it is common actually.
What do you mean when you said black ice?
Well, I just explained it all. I took 5.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that.
Okay. There's always in the winter. There's always snow and ice. So there's snow and ice forms on the road. The plows come along, but there's always a little water left. The plow can't completely. It's not a sheet of glass. It's a road, so it has contour and surface. You can't eliminate every bit of moisture. What happens is, because it's black asphalt, the heat of the sun in the day in the winter will melt any ice and it turns to water, so it spreads out nice and evenly on the road surface, and then at night it freezes.
Okay, I got it. What do you...
The next day you can't see it. It doesn't reflect because it's inside of the porous asphalt road. So there's no reflection. Normally you see ice, you can see that the sun reflects off it, it's ice. Black ice won't allow a reflection, so you can't even tell it's there. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, all right.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on.
Wonderful teacher. You are knowledgeable.
No, I experienced this dangerous situation before, so I know it intimately. Max?
You know everything.
No, not hardly. Max, how about number 9?
A blanket of snow?
Yes, indeed. Very common phrasing. The field was covered with a blanket of snow. Absolutely. Okay.
And can I say a blanket of fallen leaves?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Less common than a blanket of snow, but yeah, I think I've heard that before. And even if I hadn't heard it before, it's a very good analogy. So, works for me. Yeah. Tanya, how about number 10?
Okay, a spell of bad weather.
Very good. Excellent. Much earlier in the lesson, some of you hadn't arrived. We talked about heat wave, a lot of hot weather, or a cold snap. Many days of very cold weather, but we can also use a spell of to talk about bad weather, cold weather, hot weather, or good weather. We've had a real spell of good weather. It's been really nice. So that is also possible. Okay, let's.
May I have a question?
Sure.
What do we put on the wheels when there's black weather? Is it called braces or brackets? I can't just remember the name.
Okay. You're talking about. Okay.
On the
Winter.
wheels of, yeah, in the winter when you are going to drive through a snowy area, there's something that we usually put on our wheels. It's like a small metal part. I think it's called bracers or I don't know.
I can't remember. We often in the United States we often put chains on the tires. If it's really
Change.
mountainous, we'll put chains on the
Okay, so
tires.
thank you.
Right. Yeah, that would be common. But of course, if you're traveling down the highway, you don't want chains on your car. It's very noisy. First of all, you get horrible gas mileage. Secondly, and it's not that comfortable a ride either.
It would be, yeah, it would be like driving a tank.
Yeah, exactly. It's no fun. Okay, let's look at some temperature words. All right, we're going to use these simple temperature words: cool, humid, chilly, to fill in the blanks. So let's see, where were we? I totally don't remember. Who went last? Boy, I can't remember. Oh, Tanya was last. Okay, let's see, Germain, number one. Germain?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's absolutely cool out. I put a coat on if I were you.
Actually, I think there's a better choice here.
Freezing.
Freezing. We tend to use more extreme adverbs with more extreme adjectives. Okay, it's a little bit cool out. It's kind of cool out. All right, we
Okay.
use very mild adverbs with very mild adjectives. We use very extreme,
Extremely. In fact,
absolutely freezing out. So this, in general, okay, this is not a rule by any means, but a general English suggestion or rule of thumb is that extreme adverbs go with extreme adjectives. So I would definitely choose absolutely freezing out.
freezing.
Okay. Moam, number two.
We we have had lovely sunshine. It's been so lovely sunshine. It's been so warm. I've been on the beach every day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, Max. Okay. See ya. Yeah, that works for me. We've had lovely sunshine. That's slightly weird sentence. That is a slightly weird sentence for me, but okay. I guess it's okay. We've had lovely sunshine. Okay, I would more say we've had a lot of sunshine or a great deal of sunshine or it has been very sunny. But okay, I guess it's all right. Zingio, number three.
Number three, I was number three. Number three, I was on holiday in Thailand last month. It was so humid all the time. Thanks goodness the hotel have air conditioning.
Okay. Thank goodness. Very common phrase, by the way. Zingio. Thank
Mm.
goodness. Thank goodness you're in class, Zingio.
Uh, which one do you choose? Humid.
No, no, no. Humid. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with your answer. I just was correcting you. Pronounce this as thank godness. It's thank goodness. Yeah, humid. Humid, of course, means very hot and damp. There's moisture in the air, which makes it for human beings much more uncomfortable. Okay. Thank goodness. Okay.
Oh,
Humid.
I am looking up the dictionary.
Okay. Yeah, I could hear. Okay. Humid. It can be humid without being hot. First of all, humidity, that's the noun, humidity refers more to the amount of dampness or moisture in the air, not really the heat. But of course, it gets very uncomfortable when it's hot as well. When it's hot and humid, we often say it's sticky. It's very sticky outside. Because physically our skin may actually feel sticky. Ugh. I hate that feeling. Okay, Heidi, back to you. Number 4. Heidi, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was pretty hot down at the beach, but there was a lovely, lovely, mild,
Yeah, probably a mild breeze.
mild breeze.
Okay. Could be a cool breeze here, actually, because it's hot at the beach. But, so but means contrasting information, but there was a lovely cool breeze. It could be mild. It's not a wrong answer, really. It fits. There's a couple answers. Well, cool or mild, actually, that fit. Yeah. Okay. Tanya.
Don't you think
Yeah.
that we
Go on.
can say like with a breeze we can say I guess chilly.
It could be a chilly breeze, but chilly. Okay. What's the difference between cool and chilly? Okay, that's
Chilly usually give that chill like a small
right.
chill, goes a small chill.
Chilly is used to describe when it's a little bit uncomfortably cold. It's a little bit too cold. Not cold, not freezing, but chilly. It's just starting to get a little uncomfortable. Cool is actually okay. A cool breeze is nice, especially on a hot day. A nice cool drink. Uh, cool is pleasant, whereas chilly is unpleasant. Okay. Speaking of which, Tanya, number 5.
It's a bit cool in here. I think we'll put the heating on.
Okay, again, as I just said, she wants to put the heat on because she's uncomfortable. So it would be much more likely to say it's a bit chilly
Chilly.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because chilly person. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Can I say chilly person?
Chilly
I'm chilly
person?
person.
Not. What do you mean by that? I don't know.
For example, when all the time I'm cold.
Oh, well, okay. Now I see. Yeah, I guess you could say it that way if you meant physically cold, right? I was wondering if you were talking about, of course, these temperature expressions can be used to describe people and personality. Okay, if someone's very cold, then they don't talk. They're unemotional. They they're not very sociable. All right. If someone's very warm, they're very sociable, very friendly, very kind. She's such a warm old lady. Means she's very pleasant, very nice. So I was wondering if that's what you meant, if you were trying to talk about personality. But okay, if you mean physically, sure. Germain, number 6.
We haven't had a bad winter at all. It's been very
Oops.
humid.
No, humid is definitely usually considered as negative.
Okay. Mild or
Mild, very good. We often use mild to describe a longer period of weather. It's been a very mild winter. It's very common. It's been a very, it can be a mild day or a mild afternoon. Mild meaning pleasant, not too hot, not too cold. Mild is generally in this sense, talking about weather is good. It's good weather. Okay, wait a minute. Zip over here. Well, we've only got a couple minutes, but let's look at the weather forecast. Moham, use the correct form of the verbs. You're going to have to concern yourself with verb tense. Simple, only 4 verbs. We've only got a couple minutes, so.
Okay, tomorrow the south will again. The south will again. Okay. Will again reach warm.
No.
Fall warm. Remain warm. I guess. Again,
right,
remain.
Because, again.
It just began again. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm just a bit. Have a headache.
Xingyu. Xingyu?
Teacher.
Hi.
Hi, teacher. Temperature. Temperature could reach.
Very good. Very good. Temperatures could reach 25 degrees during the afternoon. 25 degrees Celsius during the afternoon. Okay, Heidi.
In the north, the day will start quite cool, but temperatures will rise gradually during the day.
Okay, and finally, Germain.
Later in the week, the water will turn cold, and nighttime temperatures could fall.
Yes. Right.
As long as a centigrade.
8 degrees.
8 degrees.
Usually we don't say centigrade or Celsius or Fahrenheit. We just say 8 degrees and assume that people are going to know because the area where you're speaking or, common sense would dictate the temperature. Oh, okay. Guys, I gotta go. Once again, I'm late closing the class, so bye-bye for now.